Hundreds of CIOs, senior IT executives, and government executives attended the 2011 CIO 100 Symposium and Award Ceremony with the theme Innovation for Business Value.
The whole idea of the CIO 100 Symposium is to be able to share those experiences, to share the lessons that you've gathered while you're implementing your projects. And therefore some other CIO or some other IT manager doesn't go through the pains that you probably went through.
The annual CIO 100 Awards aim to celebrate 100 organizations and the people within them that are using information technology in innovative ways to deliver business value, whether by creating competitive advantage, optimizing business processes, enabling growth, or improving relationships with customers.
The CEO is thinking, how can I react to new markets? How can I create new markets? Much of the emphasis in his life is around developing, nurturing, and dominating a new market.
The CIO 100 conference offers a remarkable opportunity to network with your peers, build knowledge in a variety of cutting-edge technologies, interact with top technology providers, and develop leadership skills and long-term business relationships.
Innovation to me is converting knowledge and ideas into new and or improved product, processes or services to gain competitive advantage.
The symposium provided maximum peer-to-peer educational value other than the obvious networking and knowledge sharing. Technology users and vendors had an opportunity to engage, share ideas, and learn from each other.
Why are you here?
Kenya invited me to come when they signed the Rome Statute.
Are you going to deliver justice against groups or against individuals?
Justice is always about individuals, so what we have to do is try to define who are the most responsible of the crimes committed after the post-election and during the post-election period.
All the countries in the world, why us?
Kenya signed the treaty, so Kenya joined.
Some of the major powers in this world, as we know them, they haven't signed up.
They are respecting us, but they are afraid, okay.
How do we make sure that this thing never happens again?
Doing justice in this case will help to stop this cycle of violence.
Who are you going to go for? The person who told me to do the killing or the killer?
The person who told. I will prosecute those who gave order to commit crimes. I had to link the person with the crime.
It is now my pleasure to declare the Nairobi Hospital Cancer and Oncology Treatment Center officially open.
The current account deficit is actually a very worrying situation. The last count, it was around 13%. It's one of the highest anywhere in the world. And it's actually a very, very big structural problem in the short term. And in part, that's what's creating the pressure on the shilling, why we've got this very high interest rate in order to plug that gap.
Transfer pricing has been in our law for over 40 years. One little paragraph in our Income Tax Act. The key principle of it is, what is an arm's length price? In 2005, the Revenue Authority was taken to court by Unilever, because they were challenging the transfer price that Unilever had between its company in Kenya and its subsidiary in Uganda. And they said that, Unilever said, we're doing this based on our international policy, following international best principle, which is basically the OECD guidelines.
Saving grace in Kenya is that the region has been growing. And because we supply the region, so it is anticipated that that growth will come from exports, which is problematic, which is a promise, but at the same time, with all these internal trade barriers, then we can compromise those, so that's that growth. So I think it is in Kenya's interest to reduce regional trade barriers, if nothing else.
We heard that the minister said he hopes to raise just short of 900 billion in taxes. What is the proposal regarding the deficit or the balance between the 900 and the 1.46?
What he said was 870 billion from tax revenues, and then approximately another 100 billion, 94, something like that, from grants, which gets us to approximately $1 billion, in fact. So we're a trillion.
What really informs the issue of the movements in the CBR, so that we do not have, the central bank talking about potential threats that are still existing, and which, in their opinion, would affect the shilling or the strength of the shilling.
If you get the interest rates down lower, they're going to get an attractive place. I'm not a pessimist on their ability to raise this type of money. I think if they play their cards right, they can. I am concerned that the numbers are going to be bigger than what they're saying, and I suspect they're going to look at pulling the trigger on a global Eurobond in the amount of $1 billion at some point, preferably before the end of the fiscal year.
What's the problem? Don't you want me?
It's not that.
We don't want to converse.
What? We need to have protection.
Why? Did you trust me?
It's not that. What if you get poisoned?
I'm safe, darling.
Your mother did some things a few years ago.
I want the truth, Mom.
I could have told you the whole truth.
But Dad left because of his job.
Yes.
For how long are you going to lie to me? Leave now! And I never want to see you again. Get out!
What are you doing here? What is going on here?
You know,
Mom, what is going on here?
she just called me back.
What are you doing here?
You're her mother. What brings you here?
I got tested.